Hello once again, valued visitor. This is Ivan Harris Sr. Coming back to you once more to discuss a very, very important topic for you today. That's so very crucially important. Talking about how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Okay? And this is kind of piggybacking off of what I said in the 30-day test video that I did for Earl Nightingale, talking about some practical things to help you or anyone who's striving to do that 30-day test and get to their desired goals and dreams in life. I wanted to bring out some more information along those lines about the 30-day test and just about goals in general and how to get from where you are to where you want to be. A lot of what we struggle with is in our mind. It's right there. That's where the problem lies, right between our ears. And as I said in the other video, so many people say, well, I've tried positive thinking and I did this and it just didn't work, and I've tried that and I've tried that. Well, that's the problem. Try is a very neutral word. You know, somebody says, you're coming over to eat, I'll try. No, you're either going to do it or you're not. Try is a neutral word. Erase that out of your vocabulary. But I understand where you're coming from when you say that you've done it before, positive thinking, and I thought positive, I thought positive, I thought positive, and it just didn't work. Well, there are a number of reasons why that it didn't. For most people, they say they think positive, and they've made the attempt, but here's the situation. Attempting to think positive, but not putting a goal or aiming it or having a target to hit, you're not going to get anywhere. Meaning, it's like a balloon that has no helium. It's not going to rise. Why? There's nothing in it to take it above. You understand? To lift it in the air. So the same is true here. Just saying I'm thinking positive is not going to get you where you want to be. In other words, you've got to have a focus on a goal that you set. It's got to be written, and you got to know where you're going in order to get there. Does that make sense? So the bottom line is, that's one aspect that I want to touch on, is that you've got to have a goal. So don't just think positive. You got to think positive about your goal, and that's what he mentions in the 30-day test. You're thinking positive about a goal that you set and that you're attempting to reach and that you will reach if you set your mind to it. With God's blessing, you'll get there. Now, when you're thinking about that whole idea, a lot of times people are not getting to their desired goal because they keep focusing on the negative. And this is something very important that I don't want you to miss, that I discovered as I was doing the 30-day test. He mentions that if you focus on negative, it's like you're sowing negative seeds. If you sow negative seeds, you'll reap negative harvest. Does that make sense? So the key is, whatever you focus on the most is what you're going to receive. If you expect negative things, that's what you're going to get. If you're saying, I'm thinking positive, but I know it's not going to work. You see that? That's not going to serve you well. So here's what I learned. I learned that when I had my goal, I focused on my goal. If something negative came up, I focused on my goal. And I kept focusing on the goal. And the more I focused on the goal, something amazing happened. Yeah. I wasn't focused on the negative thing anymore. And the more you focus on the positive, the more the positive comes. If you sow positive seed, you're going to reap a positive harvest. Does that make sense? Some of you are shaking your heads. Yes. You get that. Okay. That's what I discovered. That's what's so key about this. We do become what we think about. And if we will focus our mind, with God's help, on what we're doing and where we're going, we'll begin to get to our destination. Now, here's the other thing that you've got to do that. A lot of times when you are inundated and just run over with so much negativity every day. You're living in a negative environment. I know you're looking at me, I mean, you don't know what I'm going through. Yes, I do. I understand. I understand. When you're in the middle of a negative environment, here's what you got to do. And I've said this before. You've got to live someone else's positive reality until it becomes your own. What that simply means is this. You've got to feed your mind positive stuff on a constant daily basis. Listen to Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, and of course, Earl Nightingale himself. Focus on this on a daily basis. That's what you must do. And when you do that, your life will change. It's impossible for you to put in positive stuff every day, constantly, and it not affect you. The same is true with negative. If you're inundated and all of this negative stuff is coming in all the time, well, you're going to think negative and you'll be negative. That's what happens. So that's why it's important. All on YouTube. There, instead of watching all of this other stuff that people are watching, why don't you focus on these positive videos? Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar. That's what I do. I'm not telling you to do something I don't do. I do this every day. Les Brown says it's a selling job on you every day. You got to sell yourself on it every day. And if you do that, you'll begin to see positive things happening in your life. It works. It works. This is not mumbo jumbo, guys. This works. This works. And so write it down. Focus on that 30-day test that you're doing. Focus on that goal 30 days. Write down the date, the start date, the end date. Go to work on it and watch what happens. It will work. It will work. But you got to focus on the goal that's written. Please get that. Focus on the goal that's written, okay? Give yourself daily positive stuff to listen to on a constant, continual basis. And then thirdly, remember, focus on the positive. It's so important. I know that sounds maybe simplistic, but it's not. If you focus on, okay, let me give you an example real quickly and before we close this video. If I focus on, man, the rent's due, the rent's due, the rent's due, the rent's due, and I don't have money. If you focus on that, the rent will come due and you still won't have the money. But if you begin to focus on your goal, whatever that goal is, and start thinking positive, start thinking, I'm going to have what I need. That's what I used to tell myself, rent's due. I'm going to have everything I need on time. I'll have it. And then you're in there and you're working, doing whatever your goal is, or whatever that might be, whatever a business or job, if that's what you're doing, whatever you're doing, but you have the right attitude, doors open. It's amazing what happens when you begin to tell your mind, your subconscious mind starts clicking when you start telling it positive stuff. It starts finding ways for this stuff to come about. It's amazing. I'm telling you, this works. I'm not telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know from experience. And it will work for you if you do it. You can do it. Say that to yourself. I can do this. With God's help, I can do it. Okay? You can do this. And I got confidence in you because I know if I can do it, you can do it. We all can do it. So, you want a better life? You don't have to sit there wishing, oh, I wish I had a better life. I wish I had this. I wish. Write it down on paper. Set it as a goal for your 30-day test. One of the things that I did for the 30-day test was I listened to the 30-day test itself. Each day, every day. And I just kept doing it. When I first did it the very first time, that's what I did. And eventually I got to my goals. You'll get to yours too. And I'm still setting them now. I haven't arrived. Nobody's arrived. I don't care how much money they're making. Nobody's arrived. Huh? No. No. We'll arrive when we're finished with this life. You understand me? But right now, we're all ever changing, ever evolving, growing into the person that God would have us to be. So if there's anything that I can do to assist you in your journey as you're moving forward and moving towards your goal, I want to help you do that. My number's here. Call me. I'll be glad to be of assistance. Because why? I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about you. You're important. You just don't know how important you are. There's nobody on the planet like you. Nobody. There's only one you. And so if you're not here, we'll miss you. We got to have you. That's why I tell people, the people who are taking their lives and things of this nature, you're wasting the beauty that's you. You're beautiful. There's so much in you that you have to offer that you just don't know. Somebody hasn't shown you yet. So don't end it. Don't end it early. Young person, if you're looking at this, don't end it early. No. There's too much beauty in you. See what it's going to be. Be like that caterpillar. You start off a caterpillar, but end up a beautiful butterfly. There's so much that you have. You're worth it. You're worth it. So I'll end here for today. I hope this has been helpful for you and encouraging for you. If it has been, please let me know. Give me a call. Let me know, because I want to know that God has blessed me in some way to touch your life in a positive manner. So on that note, take care. God bless. And I look forward to speaking with you soon. Have an outstanding day, because you're special. God bless now.